When I was 7, I caught honeybees on the playground and sold them to my schoolmates for $2 each. I was thrilled to catch these large, fuzzy balls of fluff and pollen, thinking that I was providing them new homes and making a nice little profit in the process. In my elementary school brain, I saw bees as tiny flower visiting puffs that made tasty honey and pollinated plants. Something beautiful that surely my classmates would care for and cherish, right? Wrong. I now dread the fate of these beautiful creatures I sold to my classmates, who are unlikely to have cared for them and treasured them as I would have. I had unintentionally led to the deaths of more than 100 bees on the playground by selling them. And we as humans as a whole are unintentionally leading to the deaths of these insects when we buy food from companies that use pesticides, accidentally expose honeybees to parasitic mites, and more. This could have a huge impact on our daily lives, as honeybees are responsible for pollinating plants that produce $30 billion a year in fruits and vegetables. Now, while the human population added an additional 700,000 people this year, we lost about 1 million honeybee colonies cared for by beekeepers in the same period. At this rate, the 2.7 million honeybees cared for by beekeepers could become extinct in about as little as 3 decades. A decimated population of honeybees not only affects the plants they pollinate, but the entire food chain. And that means us. We need to change some of our bee killing behaviors in order to avoid this sting of a food crisis. Meet our dearly departed Beatrice, a beautiful, oval shaped honeybee with beautiful brown bands. She spends her entire life visiting about 5,000 flowers every day, delivering pollen to each one and helping the plants multiply and spread. She and her sister pollinate about 80% of flowering plants and are responsible for more than 130 fruits and vegetable plants. And unfortunately, we are harming them. Farmers using chemicals like dicamba unknowingly kill wildflowers and plants that wipe out the food and habitat that honeybees need to thrive. New pesticides called neonics mimic the same nicotine that we smoke in cigarettes. The neonics coat the seeds of plants, invade the plant permanently, and unfortunately are very harmful to honeybees. They attack the bee's cells and nervous system, killing them. This pesticide also damages the ovaries of queen honeybees, hurting their ability to have babies. And without the queen, there are no more bees. Now, well-intentioned humans bred Asian honeybees with European honeybees to protect them from killer hornets. And this unknowingly spread a virus from the Asian bees to the European honeybees. Honeybees with this virus have deformed wings, so they can no longer forage for food, and they die in large numbers all over the world. And before people realized this was a problem, they spread these infected combo bees all over. So what initially started as a local problem is now a huge global pandemic, much like the COVID-19 pandemic. Now you may be wondering, how can one person save not only millions of little lives, but also their own in the process? We just need to change our daily behavior. Buy organic fruits and vegetables grown without pesticides when you do your grocery shopping. Did you also know that you can use natural methods, such as pouring boiling water to kill weeds in your garden instead of weed killers? Also, don't use pesticides in your garden. Instead, plant flowers that attract ladybugs and praying mantises, as they will eat common garden pests of any kind. Write to your senators and local representatives to pass laws limiting pesticide use in farming. Laws restricting pesticides have already been put in place in Europe, so surely if Europe can save their bees, we can save ours. The next time you go to the grocery store, buy organic produce, and the next time you're in your garden, use natural methods to fight weeds and insects and save our bees.